Welcome everybody. We are the FitHealth Pros. I am Coach Sean.
I am Dr. Kevin.
And we're going to talk a little Nutrition 101 today. So this is our Nutrition 101 series. Today we're going to talk about something a little more serious than some of our other videos possibly. The dangers of fad diets. So let's go ahead and define fad diets first. It's kind of a trendy nutritional plan with supplements and or foods that promise super fast weight loss or possibly a detoxification of the body. So many come, many go. Many people ride that wave for fast results. So today we're kind of going to go into the main problems with these fad diets.
Right. So first though, let's tell everybody about our background so we can show, why we feel that we are experts and that we can make recommendations whether a fad diet is good or not. I think that fad diets have been going on. Geez, you can look at old commercials going back to the 50s
old
and
magazines,
the 60s,
even before that,
things like that.
Yeah.
But I get it with fad diets. The nutrition aspect of the medical community, from medical, especially cardiologists,
sure,
was kind of so far off in the 70s and the 80s, and what they told us and what people did, for their diets, and then the obesity level just kept on going up and up and up.
Right.
So we get it.
Kind of demonizing fats versus sugars.
Right.
When it should have been flip-flopped.
Right. And our backgrounds have kind of led us to that. Sean, what's your background?
Yeah, I've had like over 15 years as a health and wellness coach, a trainer, nutritionist. So I've seen a lot. I've seen a lot over those years of so many fad diets that have come and gone just in those 15 years.
Right. You worked kind of in the heart of fad diet.
Right. I was in Los Angeles for 18 years. So because of that, I saw a lot of the quick fixes that came and went, and that celebrity culture, celebrity lifestyle, that everyone who was there kind of dipping their toes in the entertainment industry was fast tracking too. So I have kind of guided clients, celebrity types, etc., over the years to a more healthy way of doing things that could actually stick instead of just being for your next gig or your next event per se. I've actually tried some during my younger trainer days where it was like where I'd have clients come up, and instead of just telling them the pitfalls or the dangers of the fad diet, I'd go ahead and do it myself and let them know how I felt, how it made me feel, how long the results lasted, things like that. The Master Cleanse, the cabbage soup diet, things like that were just very dangerous when you break it down.
Right.
But, lost weight, ripped up, sure. But at what cost?
Right.
So what about your background?
So I've been a chiropractor for going on 25 years now. In chiropractic school, so the difference between the chiropractic education and a medical education is really about the foundation of nutrition and overall wellness. Right. So
versus pharmaceuticals.
Versus the pharmaceuticals. Right. Correct. So the time that medical doctors spend getting educated about the pharmaceuticals, and keep in mind from the pharmaceutical industry for that time period,
right.
We were educated in school about basically nutrition and its premise and its foundation from a scientific and physiological aspect.
The effects on the body.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And then over the last 25 so years, I would say anywhere between 5 to 10 of those years, every year I have to take continuing education, and I do gravitate a lot to the nutritional aspects of those. So
sure.
Whether it's a 1-day or a 2-day continuing education for 12 to 18 extra hours, and that can be, nutrition for weight loss, nutrition for the elderly population, nutrition for athletes. So over and over through the years, I've studied that. And then here we are with FitHealth Pros, and what I did even before we started this was, hey, I enjoy looking to see what's the latest fad,
Right.
What's
We're always up on trends anyways.
right.
And now we get to do even more research for this and for you.
So that's why we're bringing this to you. So I think it's important. I think that some fad diets have some science behind them,
Sure.
and maybe
And that's part of the sale.
and science is a little bit of hypothesis. It's never 100%. I mean, I don't know of any science that's 100%. It's always a little bit of a premise, and then maybe built up to in the 90% category.
Yeah, and that's why there are multiple experiments
Right.
for whatever you're looking for.
Right. So with the fad diets, and I hope that gives you guys kind of a sense of who we are. If you want to see more of us, hit the bell, subscribe to our channel, and you'll get a sense of our background and what we can bring to you. I think the Fad Diets is awesome because this is where a lot of people spend their time thinking. It is one of those subjects, diet, weight loss, that just never goes out of fashion.
Right.
And
Right.
so let's look at the issue here. What's the main issue with fad diets? Well, I think the biggest thing, and we'll go into what our foundation, the FitHealth Pros, is because it ties into that, is it doesn't address problems that cause the weight gain in the first place. So whether it's physiology or physical, or if it's psychological too.
Sure.
So that's a big deal. The results usually are fleeting. So how many times have we heard, hey, I did this, I lost this weight, but I couldn't maintain it, and I gained back even more weight than I started with. It can basically lead to a slower metabolism, and then it's unsustainable.
Right.
It can be highly restrictive. So I've seen this one in a medical weight loss program that was a fad diet that you had to go to the medical doctor and get an injection of.
Yeah.
Very low calorie diet. Then it transitioned into you didn't get an injection, you could buy the product at Walmart. Well, here's the thing, the FDA shut that down because it's just too easy to manipulate people.
Right.
Because everybody wants something and they're like, oh, what's next? But you do not want to be put in a starvation mode. You don't want to have such a calorie deficit that your body needs for regular functioning, and it's going to end up going backward.
It's going to store.
Slows the metabolism.
Body doesn't know
Because
when
you're
it's
not
going to get.
you're not burning. Now, there's some tricks, there's some hacks, but that's the main issue. Is it doesn't address why you did the weight gain in the first place or why you haven't been able to lose it. That's not the answer. That's basically it. Whenever you're doing these fad diets, you're addressing the symptom, not the cause.
Not the overall.
All right. What else we
So
got?
that's the pretty heavy duty main issues there. Now there are some more issues too, such as it's seen as a quick fix, which can be unhealthy psychologically. It can create a yo-yoing of your nutrition, also known as weight cycling, which can ensue between special events. Say you got a wedding coming up or a high school reunion, and you need to look as good as you can
Right.
in 6 weeks. So you want to lose 20 pounds in 6 weeks.
Ooh.
It's pretty heavy duty. Now, in doing this constant yo-yoing, it could actually end up leading to a body dysmorphia. So you look in the mirror and you just do not like what you see. So you do another fad diet. And then the weight comes back, or even worse, comes back and then some. And then you really can't stand what you see. Well, that can lead to eating disorders, bulimia, anorexia, and other eating disorders like that. Those are a couple of the most well known.
Serious.
Very serious. Can lead to death eventually. I mean, we're talking pretty heavy duty stuff based upon that yo-yoing. Can also specific programs can be nutritionally unbalanced in the food sources that they're giving you, which can lead to malnutrition. It can be dangerous for people with many types of medical conditions. So oftentimes these fad diets will sell a one-size-fits-all type of thing. Well, guess what? It can actually be dangerous and it does not fit one size fits all. We are all individuals. We all need specific nutritional regimens that fit us,
Right.
that fit our inflammatory responses, that fit our nutritional needs specifically. So in some of these programs, you may lack dietary fiber. You may either lack or diminish the amount of carbohydrates that are coming into your system, which we need, various vitamins, minerals that are important just for normal bodily functions, much less peak bodily functions that we're striving for.
Right.
We don't want to just be normal, we want to feel great. And you're not going to feel that oftentimes in these fad diets. When people are on diets, they can be cranky, they can just be miserable because they're not getting what they need, much less what can get them to that peak performance. Also, don't focus on lifestyle modification in order to keep the weight off afterwards. So you're going in there for that quick fix. You go to that wedding, you feel like you look good. You might have been lightheaded, etc. But you look good, right? Well, they don't tell you how to keep the weight off as well. Basically, what they're telling you is, next time you have a special event, go back to this fad diet because it works. And thank you for buying the book, by the way.
Right.
So there's no dealing with possible habits post weight loss. Those habits that made you gain the weight in the first place, well, they're going to still be there later on. Because it's like, oh, the restriction's off, so now I'm really going to go to the bad habits again. Yeah. Something to think about.
Yeah, some of these quicker fix and a lot of the ones with the shakes that provide your overall nutrition,
sure.
Here's where you got to really be careful. What they're trying to do is make it simple for you and simplify. And they could be putting ingredients in there that you're very sensitive to that can cause inflammation. And you don't even know that. You're thinking, I'm eating healthy and it's got a ton of tomato base or it's got a ton of strawberry base and you're allergic or you're sensitive. And, this can be a deficit.
Right.
That's where, going back to the one size fits all, it can't be. And it's hidden. It's not just, here, do this, this, and this. It's kind of like, oh, I'm going to make it easy and give you this shake, or we're gonna take this away, and you're like, oh, wait a minute, we didn't know you were almost diabetic.
Right.
Well,
right.
yeah, because the commercial doesn't check you. GNC doesn't have a person that's gonna take your blood work.
Break it all down for you.
Yeah. So
they want that sale.
Absolutely. So here's what we want to look for. If you're here, these are, what would we say?
Buzzwords.
Buzzwords, red flags.
Red flags.
Right?
Yeah.
So we're the best. We're the fastest weight loss, the best way to lose weight. Just be careful with any of those big buzzwords there. If it sounds too good to be true, the claims seem factual. Always be skeptical. Now we can look those up. But don't look them up on their website. Don't look them up on their product catalog. Don't follow their doctor. Look it up on the reviews. Is this product good? Are these guys reputable? Where are they based out of? That
right.
doctor
Have they had other products before
right.
that may or may not have been good?
Right.
Right.
Flimsy scientific evidence is always something to look out for. I would say every fad diet, whether you're seeing it in a magazine or online through Facebook or what have you, look at that scientific evidence. It probably is flimsy.
Yeah, I mean, there will be some.
Yeah.
Because it helps the sale, for sure.
If there's a single study, be skeptical. If it's not peer reviewed, that's something that New England Journal of Medicine, they require, right? The Diet and Weight Loss Journal of Texas, maybe not.
Might not.
I don't know if that's a real one, so sorry if it is. If it's founded by those directly making the product or the program, like Sean said, you get a booklet with it. Be careful there. If they're asking you to buy multiple packs and giving you discounts for more packs,
yeah.
That's a sales gimmick.
Welcome to my subscription service.
Right. Anything that has a celebrity endorsement, and especially if it's somebody that you know has looked like that since they were 16, and they probably don't need that product, and that's not you.
Their lifestyle will not be your lifestyle with this pill,
Right.
with this simple pill or shake.
And if it is a simple pill, run on that. There's no way you're getting the nutrients. Again, a one-size-fits-all solution.
Absolutely does not
You
work.
want to have something that can be modified to you, to your, even if it fits for your body and it's safe, the nutrients are safe for you. How about, when do you work? Are you a stay-at-home mom? Are you a firefighter that works overnight where you're working 3 12s or 3 20s?
Where it's important that you're not lightheaded or out of sorts from whatever supplement or
it has to, yeah, it has to be modified, and then it usually will not be a fad diet.
Right.
If it cuts out an entire food group, even for a little bit, I know what they're going after,
Yeah.
and it's a hack, and it works. And whenever you're tricking your body, again, you're treating a symptom and you're not addressing the problem. So even if you get where you want to go for the symptom, you're going to go back and you're not going to know how to address how to live with that.
Right.
So know what your second step is, and maybe just do that, because you're going to be way better off in the long run. If it's a direct sale, this is going back to way back in the day. If you have to find 6 other people to sell it to so you get it for free, that's not really the diet that you want. If you're just buying it on your own, and it seems like, my gosh, I didn't know protein powder was like $89 for a month.
It's not.
It's not.
It's not.
It is not. It is not. And I mean, we can feed you with organic, high grain or high end meats that are whole grain fed, grass fed, and still come out cheaper than a $90 protein powder. So be careful with those for sure. Learn from us.
Yes, please. And so we talked about some main issues, physically and physiologically and psychologically. Looked at some more issues. We looked at what to look for. But when we break it down, fad diets can't replace unprocessed or minimally processed healthy foods in moderation, in conjunction with exercise, sound sleep, and stress management. Which, interestingly enough, that's what we as a FitHealth pros, that's our foundation.
That's our 4 pillars of overall health and wellness, and you can see it in our logo, and that's kind of what our that's how we founded this, is to work on those 4 pillars, which is the nutrition and diet, the exercise aspect, sleep science, and stress management. And I think if you have all those things balanced out,
you're going to be pretty dang healthy and be able to get on the road to weight loss and just general overall health.
Nobody needs the fad diet.
No, well, the thing with fad diets is they rarely follow sound nutritional principles.
Right.
And they're generally not endorsed by the medical profession anyways. So even if they do have a single experiment that may or may not have been funded by the company that's selling the program, right?
Yep.
They're not going to be endorsed overall by the medical profession. They're not going to be endorsed by the FDA, and supplements themselves are not even covered by the FDA. So, got to be careful.
That's an important point. There have been talks about the FDA regulating supplementation.
Getting into it.
I'm on both sides of the fence. I don't love that they would do that. I see there would be a benefit to regulate that. But I think that when you have avenues like watching our videos and using Google correctly, that you can find the right information. You don't have to have FDA telling you that vitamin C is good for you.
Right.
But on the other hand, every product that has these supplements, they always have that disclaimer at the end that this isn't not to diagnose, not to treat, not to that. And that's fine, but it's pretty generic, so now you have to be aware.
Yeah, you need to know what's going in your bodies. And with some of these fad diets, you don't know what some of those 3, 4, and 5 syllable words are, followed by numbers.
Right.
So thanks for coming along for the ride. This was an important one for us, you know, with our backgrounds, etc. This is big. Fad diets can be dangerous, so be educated. You know, take what we said here. Hopefully, you'll look at some other videos, some other data. Do a deep dive yourselves if you are being led to possibly do a fad diet. Know what's going in your bodies.
And if you would like to know if the one you're looking at, the diet that you're looking at, is a fad diet, ask us. Give us a shout out. We'll let you know what our opinion is on that and give us the reason why, and give you the reason why we feel that way. And we'll be getting into the usually the top 2 to 5 diets that whether it's top nutritionists or the FDA or the World Health Organization find that are in the top, that are there.
That may actually work.
And we may not agree with their top 1.
Sure.
But we'll give you the information.
That will be coming, so ring the bell so you know when that comes out. Like this video if you could, subscribe so that we can help more people, that we can help you as an individual, and the more subscribers we get, the more people we can help too. So we are the Fit Health Pros. I am Coach Sean.
I'm Dr. Kevin.
And thanks for coming along for this specific ride, and let's continue to coast through.
Yes.
Thanks.
See you later.